Dynamite beat Raw in the key demo. In the key demo, Dynamite had a rating of 681,000 viewers, while Raw last week had 678,000. Mind you, Trevor, this was a week before Monday Night Football, so they weren't even competing with anything. Dynamite just beat Raw last week, which is just crazy. That was the show right after All Out, and we were wondering. A lot of people were wondering, how would Raw do this week? They had the big match with Big E. They had all this stuff happen, and they built it up quickly. And let me just say, it did not yield the results they wanted, because Raw this week, even with Big E winning the WWE title, had a total viewership of 1.67 million viewers overall. But in the key demo, which again is the big thing that networks and everyone looks at, all the advertisers look at, 556,000 viewers on average in the key demo, which is down from last week. Of course, they were competing with Monday Night Football, but that's big. And AEW just looks like they're going to ramp things up, as Adam Cole is going to be wrestling on Dynamite on Wednesday. So there's a lot of build-up for that. They're going to have that big September 22nd show. And now Raw is going to be going up against Monday Night Football every week for like the next 18 weeks. So, Trevor, I'm going to ask you very blankly, can Raw rebound from this?
So here's the thing. Are they capable of it? Yes, I think they might be. But we haven't really seen that in past however long you want to give them. We haven't really seen them even try that hard. Like we've said many times, you see repeats of matches. You see the same 8 wrestlers on TV every Monday. The promos are ghastly. Some of and don't get me wrong, as cool as RK Bro is, it's kind of being minimized and dwarfed by the stupidity that is Miz and everything else is going on. And the gimmick that with Alexa Bliss, we talked about how bad that is. Even though I think it's getting a teensy bit better, it's still what it is. And if you want to compete with these guys, 1, showcase the talent you have. 2, better writing. And actually believe that your product is good, because no one actually believes it, not even you. And you're showing it. So at the rate they're going now, no, I don't think they can rebound unless they do a big revamp and change something drastically.
So you're talking about they need to basically reboot the show. They need to stick to storylines, have fresher matches, things we've been asking for months that they haven't been doing.
Pretty much. I mean, to be honest, Big E might help. I honestly believe Big E's going to help. I do. But if you make his storyline stale, it's not going to help too much. I mean, because they could, yes, they rushed the whole Nikki Ash thing, but they could have done so much with that. You know what I mean?
It was just so short. All of it, everything you mentioned though, is just so short-sighted. Even the Nikki Ash thing, she won the belt. She was champion for 3 weeks or whatever, and they only came up with merch for her within the last 4 days of her title reign. I'm just they literally don't plan things out, and that shows big time, and that's what's hurt them, and I think that's what's going to hurt them, because even with the Big E title win, as great as that was, as happy as we all are for Big E, they came up with that literally, Trevor, at the 11th hour. Big E announced that via Twitter. They built that whole thing up via Twitter and thought that would be enough on the same day. That would be enough for them to have this great rating and compete with Monday Night Football and all that stuff during a great game, by the way, between the Raiders and the Ravens. But it wasn't going to work because it was short-sighted. It was a reactionary move too. It was strictly a reactionary move. There's no huge change that's happening with WWE that I at least see coming in the near future, other than Raw in the key demo over at least the next 15 to 16 weeks, however long the football season goes on Monday night. Raw for the next 16 weeks is going to get probably their asses handed to them. And if AEW keeps up the same trajectory they are, if they keep putting the same level of matches and storylines together, I think AEW is not only going to beat Raw in the key demo for the time being, they might, that September 22nd show they're building up might surpass Raw in overall viewership, because it's pretty close. We're talking about 1.3 million at AEW overall viewership and 1.7, 1.6 million for Raw. That is, it's close. It is getting close. And I'm not one of these guys who's like, oh, they're in a war, because AEW, their whole thing is they don't build their show around beating WWE in ratings. They build their show around good wrestling and good storylines and entertainment. They don't build it around reactionary moves that are just like quick takes and quick reactions to what's going on. They build something that's going to last, rather than Raw, which is just like they don't even believe in the matches they have booked for the next week. They retcon that shit every single week. So if there's a match announced for next week on Raw, dude, it doesn't matter, because they're not going to have that match, or it's going to be changed or something within the first hour of the show next week. So it's just chaos versus consistency as far as Raw versus AEW. That's what I've seen, at least.
Yeah. And that's exactly what it is. It's just complete chaos. And at this point, they're trying to one up what AEW, but actually put some plan and thought into it. You know what I mean? And that's AEW. Most of the things that they do are calculated. I mean, they have rushed a few things, and it didn't turn out well. But they are pretty much calculated. A lot, like the Adam Page storyline we talk about all the time is probably one of the longest storylines that I've seen in recent years that is paying off if they continue it. When you rush something that could have been much, I mean, it was already amazing, but it could have been 20 times more amazing if you gave it some time to nurture it. Let them put the challenge out this week. Next week, let them hint to it again. Come out and say something. Then, in another week, let them challenge for it. You could have done it so much better.
They couldn't even announce it on SmackDown. You could have announced it on SmackDown. They knew the ratings by the time Friday Night SmackDown rolled around.
Right.
They knew what the ratings were. They knew what they probably were going to be doing. Have Big E come out, announce it on SmackDown. You have at least 4 days to build it up. That's enough time. That's good. That's a good amount of time. But 12 hours, less than 12 hours? Come on. What did you expect? And look, it's very possible with Adam Cole's first match tonight on Dynamite and everything that's going to happen on Dynamite. It's very possible that they beat Raw again in the key demo, because it's a hot product leading to a hot show next week. So they're just going to keep the ball rolling and it's consistency. Now they have the stars to make it a viable alternative, which it already was. But it's crazy to me. It is crazy to me that some of the decisions that this billion-dollar company in WWE is making. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.